Hi guys, it's Konrad Sosna-Sosiński. Welcome to my channel. Today's episode will be about our game Anno Domini 1666. The previous materials I made for this game was in Polish only. Sorry for that. I will do them in English also as soon as possible. Today I will tell you about the two new sets for the game. It will be character packs for Ottomans and Cossacks. It is nothing new for our Kickstarter backers, but for players who just joined the game, I believe it will be something interesting. Also, today I will answer some question about the game and its development, and at the end I will share some news about the things we are preparing for you for the future expansion. So I invite you. I will start with some info about frequently asked questions and the errata. I used to say that the one who never mistakes is one who do nothing. We are doing a lot of things for Anno Domini, for Byfinite Sword, and for our other projects. So unfortunately, we did some mistakes also for Anno Domini. Just because now we are finishing the frequently asked question and errata in English, we would like to publish that during the next couple of days, let's say a week. What you can expect there? First of all, we will fix some mistakes we made, and also we add two bigger changes. One of them will be for surprise attack. It is the special rules of the infamous Baratero. And the second one is demonic seduction. It is the special rule of our lovely succubus. Both those rules, you have a lot of doubts, a lot of questions about them. Some people say that they are not very well balanced, just because we decided to make some changes. Today I will tell you something about the new sets we are working on right now. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show you the ready-to-play models because they are not ready to play yet. Because, as you know, the pandemic makes everything much more difficult, because the production of the factories we're cooperating with now are very limited, so we have to wait for when they reopen their production. So I will show you only the renders, and I will tell you the story about the new things. So that's all. Unfortunately, there will be no ready-to-play model yet. Okay, the new sets for Ottoman faction include two characters, Ibrahim and Hatmi. Let's start with Ibrahim. Ibrahim is officially it's an astrologist of the Ottoman Vezir, but unofficially he's a dark mage, warlock. He's a very evil person. He sold his immortal soul to demons for power, for very long life. What he's doing in Vienna with Ottoman delegation. Officially, he is an advisor, but unofficially, nobody knows. Probably the dark clouds gathering around the Vienna, and also the evil creatures shows up there. So this is something which lure this old mage, and he's very interested in about the things are going on in Vienna, just because he decided to go to Vienna. As I tell you, he's a very dangerous guy. He has in his possession Necronomicon. You know that the Necronomicon is nothing real. It was created by the novelist Lovecraft, but its position as a dark grimoire, the book of the secret knowledge, is so obvious and so popular that we have to add also the Necronomicon to our game. In the game terms, Ibrahim is a very skilled wizard, mage. His skill, magical skill, is free, so it's the highest possible level for a human. He can use the Necronomicon and also other spellbooks. So if you have the other spellbooks, you may exchange the Necronomicon for other spellbook. The Necronomicon itself is a very dangerous book. It has plenty of interesting spells, like a teleportation spell, which led the Ibrahim to teleport himself or his allies to the new location on the board. So it's really, really cool. Apart from the wizardry skill, he has also divination skill, and he's very intelligent, and he has touch of unknown special skill. It gives him some advantages during the combat with the supernatural beings. Our inspiration about these mages is very simple. We always wanted to have someone bad dude, like someone from the Tales of the Arabian Nights. But honestly speaking, my inspiration for Ibrahim comes from the musical comedy Aladdin Lamp. I've seen a few years ago with my kids in the theater. So when I've seen how well played was this Grand Vizier in this musical, I decided that we have to have someone like that in our game. But of course, our version of this character is much more darker and much more demonic. Also, there's one very interesting thing about the miniature. The copy of the Necronomicon our Ibrahim have in his hand. If you look it closer, you may see that it has the face on the cover with a teeth. So it's exactly the book of the Necronomicon, which comes from the movie Army of Darkness. Some of you notice that, and you write that on our Kickstarter page and also on our Facebook. So I was very happy that you got this and you was able to spot this small joke we made on those miniature. The one more important thing about Ibrahim is that he can exchange Bayuk in a role of the leader of the Ottoman faction. It gives to Ottoman players the possibilities to choose between those two characters. Also, if you choose the Ibrahim as a leader, you will not be able to field some Ottoman characters in a band. Instead, you get connection points. You can exchange for you can use to hire mercenaries. This is quite useful from time to time, especially this guy is very evil. So whenever he decides to hire someone, this one also should be very evil character. On a board, he is not a fighter. He's not fighting. He used to hide behind the backs of other characters, and he supports entire band with the spells and with divinations. The second character from this set is Hatmi. Hatmi is a bodyguard of Esmeralda. If you remember, the Esmeralda is a lover of Bayuk, leader of the Ottoman faction. He's a slave and a castrate, and he looks as a dumb person because he doesn't like to speak a lot. But in fact, he is very intelligent, very well educated, and also he is a poet. So Esmeralda, his lady, treats him very well. The relation between is very close. So he is deeply dedicated to her, and he loves her as her lady, not a woman. in game terms, Hatmi is a real tank. He's simple, very strong. He's 3 points of strength, so it is the biggest, the best result available for human. Also, he has 12 hit points, so it's really hard to beat. He has some special skill for fighting, which makes him really dangerous opponents. just few words about our inspirations. At the beginning, we wanted to make him a kind of golem, mindless golem, which can be controlled by Esmeralda or maybe by Ibrahim. And we made the miniature that way. But after consideration, we decided to add him some human, how to say, to give him a more human form. And just because we add the note that he's intelligent, and we add that he's a poet. So, but miniatures was ready anyway, just because we decided to make some small corrections, and just because we add to the miniature small correction, we add them the book and the book with poems and the glasses just behind his belt. So now the Cossacks. The box also contains two miniatures. It is the Sir Andrzej Kmicic and Azya Kmicic. Both characters comes from novel of Henryk Sienkiewicz. It's a Polish writer of 19th century. If you are not familiarized with his books, I strongly recommend you, especially if you like the books like Musketeers of Alexander Dumas. If you don't like read the novels, I can recommend you films, because there are three episodes based on Sienkiewicz trilogy. So those both guys are from Sienkiewicz novels. Let's start with Sir Andrzej Kmicic. Andrzej Kmicic was a Polish nobleman, but also he was infamous swashbuckler, outlaw, and finally a traitor. In Sienkiewicz novel, he was able to redeem his sins by heroic deeds he made for the country and for the king, and the Polish king decided to forgive him, and also his beloved fiancée Alexandra also forgive him his sins. But in our world, Andrzej never redeemed himself. He decided to escape to the wide fields of the Ukraine, and he joined Cossacks. Honestly speaking, this version of Sir Andrzej story, plenty of people doesn't like it, especially the Polish Polish backers. They told us that they don't like it, and we should keep the story of Sir Andrzej the same like in a novel. But Rafał Szwelicki, main author of the game, he was very stubborn, and he said, no, it is our version of the 17th century, so this is not necessary that all characters from Sienkiewicz novel should act the same. What is more, we get also a few information from individuals who say, okay, please do Kmicic in the same way as a Sienkiewicz, otherwise I will cancel my pledge. Unfortunately, Rafał Szwelicki was very stubborn, and he said no, so we lost some money. But honestly speaking, I will be very happy to give the Sir Kmicic opportunity for redemption and to let him join the defenders of the Commonwealth faction. I will work on Rafał's opinion. We will see. In the game terms, Sir Andrzej is a simple. He's a fighter, very skilled fighter. He is specialized in fencing with saber. He has very high skill of 3, and also his body is well protected by chainmail. So he's very good support for Cossacks. Also, he is not only in the Cossack faction, he is also a mercenary, so he can join other factions too. Okay, the second character from this box is Azya Kmicic. He's a son of the infamous Tatar leader Tuchaj Bey. As a young kid, he was kidnapped by Poles and he brought up in one of the nobleman's family in Poland. When he was bigger, he has love affair with a daughter of this nobleman. Then he was punished. He escaped to the wide fields of Ukraine, and he started to gathering allies because he wanted to regain his patrimony, his rightful position and property in Crimean Khanate. In game terms, he's also like Kmicic, he's a fighter, but he specialized in bow. So he's a very skilled bowman. Bows have very specific position in a game because the use of bow never trigger discarding of guard markers. So in some scenarios it can be very handy. Also, he can fight in hand to hand because he's quite good in saber. His body, he has a lot of equipment because he has bow, he has buckler, he has saber, and also his entire body is protected with special outfit and helmet. Also, exactly as Sir Andrzej, he's a mercenary, so he can join other factions too. But he's evil character, so it's that the number of factions he can join, he's simply limited. Both those characters gives Cossacks faction excellent support both in close combat and in archer or range combat. Now it's something new. We are working on new sets for Anno Domini 1666. Now we are working on 4 new sets. Some of them are almost ready. They are waiting for production. Some are under development. Today I would like to tell you about one of the expansion called Blade of Light and Darkness. It is expansion about the greatest swordsman of the 17th century, the historical one. We have adopted those 2 historical characters to our game. First of them is Gerard Thibaut de Avernus. He was a brilliant 17th century fencer. He was also the fencing tutor and author of the fencing manuals. In our game, we made him the sword of light, the blade of light. As a very young man, he met in Spain. He met the creator of the fencing school Varadera de Destreza. This guy, Jerónimo Sánchez de Herenza, he was a monk, but a former soldier. And this guy teach Thibaut how to fence, and also he lead him on the path of faith and the path of light. And Thibaut follows the path of light entire life. And in his 80s, in the year of 1666, it's an incident, of course, the angel shows up to Thibaut, and he said that Thibaut should go to Vienna because there he will be able to cross his blade with someone very evil, with the blade of darkness. Who will be the blade of darkness? I will tell you in the next episode. Also, in the same set will be the 3rd character. Someone really dangerous, really big. Also about this character I will tell you in next episode. So for today, that's all. Thank you very much for watching that. If you like it, please leave me thumbs up. Also, if you would like to be up to date with all news about our game, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye.